The Royal Ascot is the most lavish sporting event in the UK. Racehorses and jockeys from all over the world compete for more than £5 million in prize money. It's not just about the horses, though, of course. Royal Commentator Richard Fitzwilliams has attended the event for 4 decades. Look how dapper. He joins us now from London, looking so smart and lovely. Thank you and good morning.
Good morning to you.
I should have probably said top of the morning. Tell me a little bit about this year's Ascot and some of the things that you've seen so far.
Well, one of the things that I think has been very significant about this year's Royal Ascot is how smart it is. We have to mention, of course, that this is taking place this whole week in perfect weather, so it's easy for the ladies. They know that there won't be winds or storms, and the hats and the quality of the fashion has, I think, been very, very striking. The other aspect of it that I must mention is it's increasingly international, and horses from all over the world are competing in what, as the Queen wrote in her foreword to this year's Ascot catalogue and time card, used only 10 or 15 years ago to be a mainly European race. So you've got the pageantry, which has been so spectacular. I've noticed so many members of the royal family, including Prince Harry, there, and also it has been a glorious, spectacular events. So I've been fascinated too to see the way the fashion rules have been enforced.
Well, and tell me a little bit about the fashion rules, the dress code, and how they're enforced.
Well, for example, about a decade ago, it was thought that ladies should be given a little more license. This is a formal event. Those going to the royal enclosure, the Queen's invitation to, as it were, a particularly spectacular personal party, you could say, should be allowed, for example, to put fascinators in their hair. Now, the trouble with that, because some fascinators are absolutely lovely, as you know, the problem was that some ladies were putting just a couple of feathers in their hair and turning up, and you were getting a very sloppy aspect there, where you had not hats, but rather silly things that hardly existed. We even had strapless dresses. Now, that's definitely not the sort of formal look. And I'm sure you would agree, bare midriffs are emphatically not what we're looking for.
No.
And we were getting some of that.
And so what happens when somebody walks in wearing something inappropriate?
Well, I'm happy to tell you that all Ascot gates now have extremely smart so-called fashion police, and they will put a pashmina round you if they think that something's inappropriate. If you insist on continuing, of course, you won't be allowed in, and I haven't noticed any, and I've been touring the grounds and the various enclosures. There are several tents and hospitality areas, and I've been looking in the enclosure, and I can assure you that this change has been policed very well. Also, men are not allowed to wear cravats. You have to wear morning dress or uniform. It makes a smart event really spectacular, because that's the way I think most race girls like it.
I agree with you. Smart and spectacular. Thank you so much for joining us. Richard Fitzwilliams, good to talk to you.
It's a pleasure.